Stacey?
The last person you saw on the screen is Emmanuel de Ocampo, the father of Manny. I am a filmmaker by profession and a producer of World War II documentary films and books. And we have been carrying this advocacy, bring the roadshow to the youth so they will know. For the past 3 years, we must have visited more than 120 schools and universities in the Philippines and abroad, and screened 3 of our best documentary films, Corregidor, The Road Back, Manila, 1945, The Rest of the Story, and Unsurrendered 2, The Hunters ROTC Guerrillas. Please watch this tomorrow in full length. But perhaps allow me to bring you back to Manila 75 years ago. Most of you knew how hard life under the Japanese invaders. Robert Beltran Hansen, Bob, would bear me out of this. His life story appeared in my book, Manila, 1945. Don Benito Legarda of Memorare would be the best resource here. He was always been supportive by sharing his personal experience during the war. Therefore, through difficult times of 3.5 years towards the liberation of Manila, 1945, would be well described as the most beautiful city in Asia had become a burning, smoking, shrieking inferno of shattered dreams, hopes, buildings, and human bodies. The Japanese Army in February 1945, in response to the arrival of the U.S. Liberating Forces, unleashed pre-planned demolition and killing spree that resulted in over 100,000 civilians dead and countless others wounded, burnt and otherwise mutilated, an entire city left in ruins. The question we face today is how this massive atrocity could be so totally erased from a country's memory. 3 generations of Filipinos have grown up in a historical vacuum. Many young people do not accept that the Japanese behaved as they did during their occupation of the country, culminating in the frenzied, often gleeful kill fest of the Battle of Manila. We make a plea to the youth of today to look into the eyes of your elders and listen to them. Tell the stories that must be told and retold. Stories that need to be absorbed by you and carried always within you and even passed unto your own children. Thank you. This is my last page. This is nothing less than a national trust. Seek out the survivors, look into their eyes, feel the pain of the bullets, the clubs, fists, bayonets, shrapnel, the agony of hunger, thirst, the nausea of not knowing where to seek and find shelter, and even the nightmare of being pointed out to Japanese by fellow Filipinos called the Makapilis. There is much to be proud of this tortured past. Knowing it, honoring it, you will have a better sense of who you are, where you are, and where you are going. And this is my appeal to my co-workers in Manila, to my co-producers. Spyron AV Manila would be more than glad to share our documentary films and books as content to your schools as per the approved curriculum of the California State Board of Education. Cecil, take that note. The point of view is now not about the past so much, but switches to the future and building of bridges with every nation and people. But most importantly, to self-identity and pride of nation. Our documentary films and books reveal the tragedy of the past with the goal of absorbing it into the present and future, not as a wound, but as a badge of courage. Thank you.